Hey, my name's Calin Noonan. I own two construction companies here in the local St. Pete area. I own Cask Construction and C Cube Construction. I had been looking for a virtual assistant, one that has a high level knowledge of construction and understanding of how to build construction. Started the journey looking to hire a VA, and I realized how much work it was to interview several people, and specifically trying to find someone that has a high level of construction experience. I didn't really want a personal assistant at the time. I actually had hired a VA personal assistant already and had liked using them, and it was a big process to hire just that position. And I figured really it's going to take a lot of time and effort for me to be able to find a high level caliber construction project manager, because that's what we hired. And so I started talking to Ryan with Philippine VAs, and started kind of giving him an idea of what we were looking for. He really understood my vision for what this position was going to be, and took that and really went out and find some high level candidates. My experience from hiring several VAs prior to this, I'm sure you had a ton of candidates that probably reached out to him, and he only brought me two candidates that both of them were beyond qualified what I even would think that I would get from a virtual assistant. And I ended up hiring both candidates, and I didn't even need both. And I ended up hiring them for literally for different companies, one for Cask and one for C Cubed. And the reason I hired them was they both were really easy to deal with, and the two of them really understood what we were looking to get out of a virtual assistant, uh, a construction virtual assistant. I mean, the one has more experience in actual building, like hands-on building, than some of the people we get in candidates here to be project managers in the US. I've been so impressed with her, her understanding of really high level complicated drawings and submittal processes, and just really the whole construction process. I couldn't even explain how happy I am with her. And the other one is just so tech savvy, and really understands all of the ins and outs for construction related tech equipment. And once I started understanding that he literally is leaps and bounds better than I am on the tech side of construction, we just started using him to really understand drawings, even do some drawings, 3D renderings, and still understand construction enough to dive deep into problems, putting these 3D renderings together and seeing potential problems before we even start to build them. So, I mean, the two candidates that we interviewed, actually, sorry, I interviewed four candidates, but the two candidates we interviewed, I was so impressed that I wanted to hire the second person, even though I didn't even have a VA position for him. So I've been very happy with them. I've been I make sure that the two VAs we just hired know that all the time, every day. I make sure that they understand that we're very grateful that we found them, and I feel that the ability to understand how to use VAs, it's hard in the beginning to understand how you're going to utilize them. It's kind of overwhelming to think, how am I going to work with somebody across the, the world? And it makes you stop. It makes myself stop at least and put down written process instead of I just know how to do this. And it makes the process better. And then it gives another level of accountability. I need to make sure this person has everything they need to do so that they can get their job done. And it makes me be more efficient, really. So that's the journey I went on to hire these VAs, and I couldn't be more happy. And I've actually already emailed them back to hire a third VA. So that's been our experience, and I would imagine we'll hire a lot more VAs with them.